Welcome back, Overwatch fans, to another amazing night.
We have a fantastic match tonight, no question about it.
Oh my god, yes!
But the barrage! Make sure they can't even follow up afterward.
And Wash has found 2 in this fight thus far. Make that 3, make that 4 right now here. Dynamic team gets a 4-man tire.
Those who find the picks will save the fights, and they don't really need to save what they've already won.
We get 3 with the primal rage.
Experience tranquility.
And welcome everybody here to our Tuesday night feature match here in Tranquility Gaming. We are in the knockout phase, the final week of knockout phase here in the playoffs. Today we bring you the 7th seeded Nemesis on the lower bracket run. Up against the 2nd seed Galactic Penguins. I am Mr. Yeti. Joining me tonight is Ty Munster. Ty, how are you doing tonight?
I'm ready to have an excellent night because these two teams coming in could not have had different trajectories. Nemesis coming in from the 7th seed, not losing a match so far, because if they did, they wouldn't be here right now. They started off in the lower bracket because they were at the 7th seed. Galactic Penguins at a 50-50 win rate in matches. They've only played 2, but still, losing one, a very, very close bout against fire-breathing rubber duckies to start off 3-2, and then kind of beating their next opponent pretty handily. It was a 3-1 over
Geometric.
Geometric, thank you. But the road that Nemesis has had to get here has been incredible to look at. They had a 3-2 win over Turbo Throwers in their first round, 3-1 win against Amateur Professionals, and finally a 3-2 win, the one that nobody expected, over the Big Bang Buccaneers, who, you know, coming in here were one of the favorites to win everything for Harmony. So that team is looking very, very scary to go up against. Even if you're a 2nd seed going into a 7th seed, this is a very, very scary match.
Nemesis definitely comes in as the underdog tonight. Galactic Penguins being the preseason champion, number 2 seed, fantastic regular season as well, obviously. However, it's worth noting, Nemesis hasn't exactly been a slouch this season. They've had a lot of fantastically close matches against extremely high quality opponents. If you look at their losses over the whole season, the closest loss I would say to a quote-unquote bad loss, and that's not even a bad loss because it was against Geometric, and it was a 3-2, and they were missing 2 of their players. Nemesis has looked really good this season, and they've taken maps off of top teams. We've seen them take a map off of Strix, take a map off of Fire-Breathing Rubber Duckies. They took a map off of, I believe also this, pardon me, Luminous Foxes as well. This is a good team. Nemesis is a good team. They look to be fantastic right now, and this is not a 7th seed to be overlooked if you're Galactic Penguins. This is by no means a shoe-in for them. We're heading first to Nepal here, Ty. What do you think?
Well, Nepal is always an interesting map because it's one of those controls. There's some controls that are like, okay, we're just going to play the same thing on all 3. But Nepal, you can play double bubble on some of them. You can play double shield on some of them. You know, you can play the Rhine comps, you can play ball comps. A lot of things are viable in a lot of different ways on these maps. It's really up to personal preference for the teams. So coming in here, it's going to be really interesting to see how these teams decide. It's always so interesting to see how the teams decide what they're going to do and why they're going to do it. Play to your strengths, play to the meta. It's up to you. The meta is not super defined on this map.
Absolutely correct. It is one of those maps you can kind of tend to play to your strength for sure. We've seen obviously an incredible tank line for Galactic Penguins this season. Sticko voted the best off tank this season, and Jonesy a main tank role star as well. So a fantastic tank line on this team. They will be going up against Nemesis's tank line this season. That's Blue and Optibot. Optibot also, I believe, definitely one of the top off tanks in the tier here. Taking a look at the map here. We're on Nepal Shrine. It looks like the nameplates for the teams are just reversed right now. We'll be having that fixed very shortly if it's not fixed by the time I finish this already. Just so you're aware, we know that is a mistake and we will get it fixed as soon as possible. But here we go. We are rolling out right now. Nemesis coming out with the Torbjorn, with the Orisa Diva composition, along with that Soldier 76 from Be Well. We look at Ember Chad here, one of the top players on this Nemesis roster, no doubt about it, laying down some fire from that Torbjorn. And we see Chobi out on the Sombra here, taken down very quickly by Be Well. Chobi not even able to translocate out before the damage becomes overwhelming, and that is a quick cap for Nemesis.
Great thing about this comp, the Orisa Diva is so defensive. When you play double shield, you're playing for those off angles. When you're playing Orisa Diva, you're playing to bunker up in one location and prevent the enemy team from doing anything. That's going to be really good against this ball. Was really good against that Sombra, as we saw earlier. And now the Echo's a good counter pick to get good angles and good offensive damage.
Echo is the play now for Chobi. A good switch over there, and we see the first kill now in from Widowmane, taking down Be Well. And here comes the rest of Galactic Penguins. Jonesy does bite the dust, but the kill feed is otherwise red, and that will mean a fight win for Galactic Penguins, and they will take this one here. Looks like about 40% by the time we're all said and done.
Perfect adaptation, not only in the comp, but also in your playstyle. You go more aggressive, you need that pile drive engage, and considering how stacked up, they're all gonna be, well, it's dead to the 2 clip, Widowmane.
Widowmane, nearly the 1 clip, but, you know, we'll take 2. 2 is fine, gets the job done, done.
If the enemy player dies, who cares how long it takes, how many clips it takes? You're not spending money on those bullets.
Exactly. Widowmane showing they're proficient on more than just the Widowmaker. Very, very strong kill there, catching the Soldier 76 off guard. We see Be Well actually switch over now to that Cassidy to try to counter that Tracer a little bit here. We see the Pulse Bomb in from Widowmane, only finds an Immortality field now as Nemesis look to retake here, pushing up with this Orisa Diva composition. And we see the copy now in from Chobi, unable to get that self-destruct off before they get demech. Chobi looking to get that remech back. They will get the remech back, but they'll be right back into Echo's normal form here. We see Jonesy pop the proximity mines. They do take down Revolutionist, losing those Brigitte heals. But here comes Ember Chad now, putting the Molten Core onto the point, trying to get some sort of presence here going for Nemesis, and it looks like Optibot will find a kill there as well. Ember Chad clearing some space out. Self-destruct in from Sticko will find one, and the kills now start to go in favor of Galactic Penguins. However, self-destruct in will clear off the point, and here come the reinforcements now for Nemesis. Ty, this is very close, and the kill feed continues to be back and forth right now, but that slowly but surely is starting to appear to move in the favor of Nemesis now, it looks like.
What, it's a one fight for Galactic Penguins.
Yes.
They're over 80% at the moment and still can turn it.
Absolutely huge stick from Widowmane. Widowmane finds a second. Widowmane, why are we calling them Widowmane? Start calling them Tracer Mane. My goodness, that's 2 kills now for Widowmane. And Widowmane is trying to will Galactic Penguins back into this. That's 3 more kills now for Galactic Penguins. And that very long fight bites Nemesis in the rear end on this one, it looks like. And Galactic Penguins will take Shrine.
There's no cleanup force, it felt like, during that round. Optibot was getting some good final blows, and so was the Torbjorn, but there was just no focus fire onto key targets coming in, coming out, contesting the point. Widowmane, Chobi, and Jonesy are always on the point at one spot or another, and the supports aren't dying as well, which means you've got healing and Discord on the field. You need to kill this Zenyatta as soon as possible, or else Discord will just prevent you from existing for a little bit. And Galactic Penguins, play the stall to a T, just force the time bank over. And that fight started around 45-50%. If they had lost that fight at 80-90%, that's basically a one fight anyways. And interesting adaptation. Rhine Sigma.
Going to the Rhine Sigma now for Nemesis here. You see this comp a little bit. It's not ridiculously uncommon, but not something you see a whole lot of these days. But Optibot, very, very good Sigma player as well. We see the Ashe now in from Ember Chad and Widowmane, both players bringing out the Ashe, with the only differential, it seems like here, really being the Brigitte, I'm sorry, not the Brigitte, the Echo, pardon me, versus the Torbjorn here. And the rotation now 2 point for Nemesis, as the high ground will be taken by Galactic Penguin, trying to get positioning here. Lots very low on Nemesis, but they will get that first critical cap as they push through to the point first. High ground is in control here from Galactic Penguins as they start to apply pressure to Nemesis' front line. But Blue is holding strong up front right now, as Galactic Penguins has been able to extend out and establish more sight lines here, more attack lines onto Nemesis here. But Widowmain now on the flank has the Bob very early, and here comes the Bob, but Ember Chad finds a couple, but now the kill feed bleeds red, and Galactic Penguins will take it on the backs of that fantastic Bob from Widowmain.
Yeah, Widowmain knew exactly what to do there. The enemy team's huddling in a corner right next to your team. Just go behind them. What's the Reinhardt going to do? Shoot you with his gun? Yeah, no, that's not going to happen. So the enemy team has no real counterplay to the Ashe going on that flank, and now we see a Mercy and we see a Hanzo as the adaptation against this.
And Hanzo now from B. Well, they do find Chobi. Early kill there. Chobi very close to that duplication that is going to be a big ultimate now off the table for Galactic Penguins at 30% and counting. As Widowmain continues to apply pressure here, Dynamite goes off, not finding any connections this time around. But Widowmain already 50% of the way to another Bob. Cleary working with that biotic launcher, trying to keep the team afloat here with that immortality field as well. The damage is incredible right now, but Blue is being kept alive by the hair on their chinny chin. And Cleary with some huge heals and some timely immortalities will help lead the charge there for Blue with a massive Earth Shatter, taking down a couple, and Blue leading the charge now for Nemesis as they look to get control here. But Chobi, oh my goodness, Chobi finds 3 out of nowhere. Crazy, and that's 4 from Chobi now out of absolute nowhere. 5th kill now coming in. Oh my goodness, Chobi just pulls that out of nowhere completely for Galactic Penguins, and they will continue to hold. Chobi himself, I don't know if he can believe it, Ty.
Yeah, you deserve to celebrate that one, Chobi.
That was insane.
I can't believe Nemesis let that happen. Galactic Penguins in here with a great shot to just take the first map in the first 2-3 minutes, it feels, and Chobi is at the head of it with those 3 kills, turning a guaranteed 1 fight due to some poor positioning errors.
That was some big plays there from Chobi on that with that duplication on the Hanzo. Be Well, however, picks off Widowmain, major source of damage now off the table for Galactic Penguins, and there goes Jonesy as well. The Galactic Penguins are starting to go down here. We see the flip actually already now for Nemesis as they start to carve away at Galactic Penguins, as Sticko will be the last to fall on point. Good quick take there for Nemesis when they absolutely needed it.
It's great from Nemesis, but I feel like they're a little bit too quick on the trigger finger. That flex probably wasn't necessary. You are feeling a little bit shaken, I think, after that fight where Chobi just clutches it. But coming in here, you wanted that flex really bad. If you can get a Flux Dragon, just guarantee a fight win, wait for this Bob and Amplification Matrix come online. But that's a great pick, though.
Losing early, and another huge pickoff from Be Well as well. That is crazy. Another one. Be Well finds a second head with an arrow there. The archer from Nemesis leading the way here, and Nemesis will continue to hold. We're coming up to last fight territory, Ty, and it comes down to who's got the most check marks, and we're looking pretty even on that point.
Sniping's a good job, and if Well can continue the performance they've had so far, they're getting paid gloriously. This Dragon Strike, even without a Flux, can do a lot, and stuffing this hallway is a great way to use it.
Oh, Nyx and Widowmain brought extremely low, but they will be kept up currently. But Be Well takes down Widowmain's Bob, losing that auxiliary pressure there. The touch is in from Jonesy, but Chobi finds Be Well, and there goes some big damage. The Earth Shatter is big from Blue, but the health pools are not big. And here goes Blue into the sky, and he will fall from a huge Gravitic Flux from Chobi on this Echo with another duplication. Almost a little scary there, but Echo again. Chobi finds 2 more. Optibot off the map, but here comes Ember Chad, and they're gonna go ahead and looks like flip it over. Galactic Penguins now in control, and they will hold, and they'll take Nepal in a banger, 2-0.
Ember Chad almost had his own moment. He got 3 kills in the last fight there. If somebody was just a little bit closer to that point, that could have been the flip. Stalled out just a little bit longer, or just the overtime wick not burning quite as long. But, I mean, Both of these teams feel super well coached, super good
Yes.
mechanically, especially for Harmony tier teams. I have to give so much credit to these teams. This does not feel like a 7th versus 2nd. This feels like a 1st versus 2nd.
The DPS lines for sure came to play tonight. Pop-off plays from pretty much every single person out there so far tonight, and we have quite a long night potentially ahead of us. It is 1st to 3, but I will say I don't think you can count out Nemesis after that. Despite going down 2-0, they definitely brought it close in each map, so I would expect to see Nemesis come out strong here on the next map. It will be their map choice, Ty, so they do have an opportunity to kind of choose their destiny here as we head into Assault. Unfortunately, Assault still exists.
I mean, I'm gonna miss it personally, but the Forgotten Game mode is still here for a little bit for you guys to enjoy.
Exactly.
And you know, I'm very interested to see what Nemesis wants to choose here because looking at these teams so far, it's looking like Anubis potentially.
Right.
These teams so far have really liked the same style. Their DPS are popping off, their tanks are doing a good job, and their supports are playing softer, supportive play styles, not making too many plays themselves. It's all about these DPS power lifting their teammates as much as possible right now. And honestly, both sides look great doing it. So Temple of Anubis is a great map to go to considering the alternatives.
Exactly. Temple of Anubis is the choice here. We did see Ember Chad bring out that Torbjorn, which tends to be a really strong choice here on point A. I also do know Nemesis is very proficient here with the Junkrat as well. So that is something I would expect to see them pull out here potentially. So something to look forward to. Me being a Junkrat aficionado myself, I would definitely appreciate that quite a bit here, Ty.
Yeah, people always rag on Junkrat being a very low skill hero, but clearly they've never seen me play it because then you'd say it's a very, very low skill hero. But
not wrong.
You've never seen me play. Don't do me like that. But.
Not wrong. No, it's inferred. It's inferred. Come on. Nemesis again up. I'm sorry. Galactic Penguins up 1-0. Scoreboard should reflect that in just a moment here. Temple of Anubis is the map we are heading to. So that is going to be the choice here. Again, loser picks the next map here, so this is Nemesis's choice moving into this one as well. Guys, we have an awesome week of matchups coming up. Let's take a minute just to talk about the content that's coming your way. Tomorrow we have a double feature in the EU and in NA as well. We are bringing you the EU feature match, EU Scrimbucks taking on Thunderbolt Rewind. It's a lower bracket match. Winner will go to the championship bracket. Loser will just not go anywhere. They'll just stay right there and they'll never leave.
Users going home or losers going home.
Losers going home. Wednesday evening in the NA at 8:30 Eastern time, we will bring you the Transcendence tier matchup in the lower bracket as well between Uzumaki and the Billings Boomers. Again, same stakes on the table for both teams here. And then on Thursday, we'll bring you an upper bracket matchup between Luminous Foxes and Doodles in the NA Harmony tier as we get set to set up our championship bracket stage here in Season 8. Can't believe we are already there, Ty. We are so close.
It's felt like it's only been 20 minutes in this season, and we're already at the end. I still feel like the charity stream was just last week. The preseason was the week before. I don't know.
Your hair's still growing back.
Oh, yeah.
It looks good. Anyways, here we go, guys. We are live right now on this match. Galactic Penguins bringing out the ball diva, and immediately Jonesy applying pressure on this point. Double shield composition from Nemesis with B well on the Junkrat as we expected here. Ember Chad though does find the first pickoff onto Widowmane's Tracer as it looks like Galactic Penguins will look to reset pretty much immediately. Oh, Chobi goes down late here to Ember Chad on the Ashe. We see, another unfortunate kill there. They tried to res to get this back going again here for Galactic Penguins, but they will unfortunately have to reset here. Some valuable time taken off the clock there thanks to Ember Chad on the Ashe.
Somewhat rare, actually, to see teams properly counter a ball without a Brigitte, but Junkrat Sigma can do a really good job of harassing him in a coach gun as well, just for extra good measure. I mean, look at that accretion. Already dead. Not even a factor to fight.
A ton of damage very quick onto Jonesy, taken down. We see Chobi just trying to farm up another copy here to see if they can do some damage like they did on Nepal, but Ember Chad already has the Bob to hold that point presence in play. Nemesis right now sitting really pretty in 2 minutes and 30 seconds. You gotta love their position right now.
Yeah, the time bank is whittling down, but they are getting a good number of fights for it.
Another
Third fight
pick on
in
Chobi.
2.5. Yeah, I don't know what Chobi's doing. He's just dying every fight. Another res, though, could keep them back into this.
Another res onto Chobi here. Chobi does get Optibot here. Finally, a little bit of vengeance for Chobi. They're very close to that copy, but Ember Chad has found 2 again. And Ember Chad putting this team on their back right now. Nemesis is in control here, but Be Well finds a couple there with the pancake off to there. I'm sorry, off to Sticko there. I know you wanted some breakfast, but maybe not that kind of breakfast. The flavors are explosive.
Yeah, it's a little bit of destructive breakfast, but I mean, Ember Chad looks really good right now, but at the same time, Galactic Penguins are making such a good pace.
Okay, well, we don't want to be well. Nobody saw that. Nobody saw that.
That's not saving the bot. Don't worry.
We got them too hyped up. I think too much energy. Let's just bring it back. Like yourself, we'll get to the high ground here in the next pancake. But Be Well finds him with the Rip Tire. It's a huge one at that. Ember Chad as well, taking out Widowmane again. The DPS duo for Nemesis completely in control of this match right now.
Okay, I would provide analysis right now, but all I can think about is turning C4 paste into pancakes, and that's the most delicious demise I could ever imagine.
I don't know about that. I feel like that would be a terrible, terrible idea for so many reasons.
Oh, for sure.
So many reasons, but right now we see Chobi switching over to the Pharah. A little unexpected, I would say, at this point here to bring out the Far Mercy. I mean, typically Far Mercies are countered by hit scans, and when your Echo is getting countered by hit scan, you feel like the Pharah is a very, very, very tough choice, and immediately Ember Chad again. And a huge stun. Josie not even able to get the slam down on the point. The PD completely negated here. But we do see Sticko now find Ember Chad. So Ember Chad now off the table here. We see Cleary trying to keep the team alive here in this little room here. But the kill feed is all in Nemesis's favor currently. And Nemesis is going to continue to hold here. With 15 seconds left tied, there's not much hope left for Galactic Penguins.
Switching over to the Desperation Lucio, and as well as the fact that Ember Chad has been unstoppable, like you said. Switching to Pharah, a hero more countered than Hitscan than Echo when Echo's not working out, is going to be a very rough choice. There's no ult except for this pulse bomb from Widowmane. Has to be big.
Pulse bomb has to be big, and it is, but it's negated by the immortality field of Cleary, but Cleary is taken down, and here comes Galactic Penguins on the rally with Widowmane taking down Blue there with a little help from and the Frog and Tracer combo will be enough here, and it looks like Nemesis will not be able to continue the hold. With only one player left on the point, are they gonna? Yes, they will let this one go. And Nemesis, despite a fantastic point A, will lose point A here and give 3 minutes to Galactic Penguins to get the push onto point B.
Not sure how I feel about a full comm swap here. You had a few ultimates above 50%, so you're losing out a lot of those resources, but it's a great switch from Widowmane onto the Tracer, where they've looked so good so far. I think putting him on the Tracer with this ball comp, he wasn't having much impact to start off the map, but over time he's been looking better and better, and hopefully this Hanzo can pull out the same performance.
Hanzo now in play here from Widowmane, and we see the flank being taken here. They're going through the right side room. Is the Galactic Penguins trying to set up this double shield composition, double shield from both teams into this one with a couple of Junkrats raining grenades on some force fields. Riptire now in, completely miss on that one. Unfortunately, Nemesis not able to capitalize on that, but Be Well finds a little more luck with a cookie, and that sends that over to Jonesy. Jonesy, not a big fan, decides to head to the spawn room instead. And there goes Nemesis taking this one, and a clean fight for Nemesis.
Both sides opting in for a rat house, where we got Chobi and Be Well onto Junkrat. And, I'm kind of here for it. You already said earlier you're a big fan of the Junkrat. I am too. Very curious to see how that's going, but it's looking like if you're relying on 2 Junkrats on the field, you're also relying on Widowmane having more of an impact than Ember Chad, and that is going to be so difficult because, sure, you could also have Be Well, or not Be Well, but Chobi have a bigger impact than Be Well, but you need Widowmane's Hanzo to have a significantly different and more impactful presence from Ember Chad that I don't know if that's going to happen. Ember Chad is such a freak right now.
Ember Chad is doing fantastic. Here comes the lift from OptiBot as they try to hide around the corner to avoid being taken down. Big lift, bringing a bunch to half health. And here comes the kills now with Ember Chad taking down Chobi. But suddenly, GP on the turnaround here with Widowmane on the flank. We see the Dragon Strike in is going to split Nemesis down the middle, and it puts OptiBot in a very, very compromising situation as they get taken down. A huge Gravitic Flux now as well from OptiBot, but they will get dropped before they're able to drop the Flux themselves. And that is, I'm sorry, that was from Sticko, pardon me. But Widowmane now finds 3, including a Riptire. Widowmane with a huge Riptire cancel as well. Chobi now with a Riptire of their own, looking to set up from the outside of the point inward. Finds Ember Chad, and suddenly Galactic Penguins, who was on death's door on point A, Widowmane, my goodness. And Nemesis just trying to get back onto point here so they could stall this out to overtime perhaps, or maybe even get this one back. But Nemesis right now, despite that point A hold where it looked like they were going to completely shut out Galactic Penguins, are instead to give up point 2 here, Ty.
Still a little bit of time, but the respawns are not going to come in fast enough. I mean,
Widowmane finds
Widowmane just shut me
up.
up.
God.
I'm sorry, Widowmane. I'm sorry I said anything. I didn't mean it like that, but
Widowmane, my goodness, that was crazy. Another one for Widowmane is just absolutely unchained right now. It is crazy. Widowmane trying to find the Lucio there on the point, gets the Discord Orb, stays alive for long enough for more reinforcements to come in. The question is the reinforcements enough? And it doesn't look to be. The kill feed bleeds red, and that means that Galactic Penguins are going to continue the hold and are going to take this map, or sorry, take this one and go to 2 points here. Good the full cap, but it's in overtime. Honestly, you know, for GP, considering how that could have gone, you got to say that's the result you were hoping for if you're a GP fan after that really rough start.
yeah, and you were even starting to sweat a little bit at the end there. Like, are they not even going to cap second after this incredible Widowmane performance, getting 5, 6, 8 kills in a row in a 6v6 multiplayer game? Like, this guy is popping off so hard, and this team still cannot finish off these stalls that Nemesis are doing, which partially goes to show how good Nemesis are communicating and coached to make the stall happen. But I mean, Galactic Penguin still in the end did make it all the way in, staggering out their ultimate usage as well, so that then it didn't just go like, all right, we're going to use everything all at once, so that then once the enemy team does get a full group up, they'll just kill us all with their ultimates that we don't have any more of. But, you know, they had the good communication to not blow everything all at once. They had the good mechanics from Widowmane, obviously. It's just been great from them so far.
All right, and here we go for this next fight on Anubis here. Nemesis will be bringing out the dive defense here. So they dive tanks. I'm sorry, dive offense. Pardon me. Wow, I am all sorts of out of sorts here. But Widowmane coming out on the Ashe, looking to perhaps replicate some of what Ember Chad did on the defense last time. Chobi bringing out the Torbjorn here with the Orisa Diva composition for Galactic Penguins on defense. So a little bit of a different look from both teams. But here we go on Nemesis attack. They'll have to at least match what Galactic Penguins did to take this to overtime Overwatch. Nemesis getting stabilized here. Looks like a preset nade coming in onto Galactic Penguins here. Will it connect is the question. It does not. It gets negated here. So Galactic Penguins will not suffer from any sort of healing loss. And that will result in Ember Chad being taken down here. The soft dive from Blue not getting anything done. Preset nade attempt did not work out, and Nemesis will unfortunately go down here. But they are getting close to another nano boost here, Ty.
Yeah, I mean, this is why can't let that happen. But this is why
unfortunate.
But double bubble is so strong because you're never going to get Coach Gun off like that in your initial dive. You're at least going to get some value by charging up your Zarya and getting at least 10 ult charge. Here with the Diva, it's so much more communication reliant. If you don't hit this nade, you are relying so hard on your team making the correct plays.
All right, Nemesis now trying to set up here to go to the high ground. Cleary very close to that ultimate. Blue will take down Widowmane there. That's a huge pickoff early. Now the nano boost in from Cleary. Blue again dropped off of high ground, not able to get as much value from this nano boost, but here we go now. The taser cleaving through the Galactic Penguins. They start to peel back. trying to get restabilized on that front line. Tanks both very low as they fall back, being pressured off of the point here by Nemesis as they begin ticking up the timer on this point A. But we see B Well is going to be the first to get dropped here despite good positioning. A great retake opportunity now for Galactic Penguins. But Blue has popped the Primal Rage, and that will clear out the point. We see a Molten Core now on the point from Chobi, but Blue has found 3 with this crazy Primal Rage. And there goes another with Chobi, though, however, finding another with that Molten Core. And all of a sudden, the kill feed is all red. Galactic Penguins are stabilizing out here. Blue finding another. It's down to the last couple of the point. And here comes Cleary, providing the healing and stabilization that Blue will need to continue to stay alive here and put the damage out needed for Nemesis to cap this point, Ty.
He started off that fight with a nano, ended the fight with a nano. There's so much pressure going on. And what's this? Galactic Penguins not shut out quite yet?
Not at all, no. Widowmain back in. They popped the bomb. They're trying to keep this thing going.
No
and it's all
shot.
kills for the Galactic Penguins. No way. The Galactic Penguins take that one back. They were on death's door on point A, and they find a way to clutch it up. The bomb from Widowmain sets up the point presence, and the rest of Galactic Penguins pour in to take care of what needs to happen. And Nemesis, unfortunately, will fall there. They have one fight left, Ty.
They weren't just on death's door. The scythe was up against their neck, and he said any last words, and they're like, yeah, I refuse. And it's just, I don't even know how they keep bringing this back. This Primal Rage has to be massive like the last one.
Primal Rage now from Blue. They get immediately shoved off the high ground here, stunned out as well, but Optibot will find Widowmain with that self-destruct. 35 seconds left as Blue is taken down. When we see that a huge bongo right there is going to result in massive damage from the Galactic Penguins, but Ember Chad takes down Cleary, Onyx. That's a huge source of healing now off the table for the Galactic Penguins as Nemesis will continue to try to put on this attack. They rotate over to the high ground, a little bit of a soft reset being set up right now. Chobi, however, sitting on a very critical ultimate, that Molten Core as well as Sticko with that self-destruct. We see the duel now between the Ashes. This is huge. It could decide the point. Is it going to go in the favor of Widowmain with the huge headshot onto Ember Chad? Ember Chad, however, finds Widowmain with the dynamite, so the trade is real, and Ember Chad is brought back to life by Revolutionists there. But Nemesis right now not yet in control as the main tank down. We see both tanks now down for Nemesis. We see the Valkyrie now in for Revolutionists trying to get the tanks up, but Chobi finds 2 kills, both supports down, and the Galactic Penguins with an incredible map victory here on Anubis. They are up 2-0 and head to match point already, Ty.
Galactic Penguins feel offended that they are in the lower bracket right now. They refuse to lose a single more match for the rest of the tournament, it feels. Widowmain putting on his big boy pants, just constant performance from him. Look at this! That shot onto the Riptire was beautiful, but I mean, the rest of the play has been beautiful, let's be honest, from Galactic Penguins. They feel like a well-oiled machine. There is not a flaw you can find with this team right now, and going into the halftime, we've been casting for 30 minutes, Yeti.
It's been 30 minutes. We got 10 minutes off here for a bit of a halftime, and we're gonna head next after halftime over to a hybrid matchup. We got a fantastic one here, guys. Galactic Penguins up 2-0. Nemesis gonna have to pull out the reverse sweep. We will be back in 10 minutes to see if they can do it. See you guys again at about 8:20, 9:20. Time zones.
bad for pointing it out. What's going on? That looks archaic. We're in the future, yeah. It's like I'm an Outlaw fan, so Dallas terrifies me. Okay. Honestly, thinking back to it, I think that Nemesis would have picked this guy.
And welcome back, everybody, to our Tranquility Gaming Tuesday feature match between Nemesis and Galactic Penguins here in the final week of knockouts. I am Mr. Yeti, joined again by Ty Munster on the analyst desk. We have had a very interesting night so far with some clutch plays leading to Galactic Penguins being up 2-0 over Nemesis. Nemesis gonna have to rally back to stay alive here in this match, Ty.
Definitely possible, though. Nemesis do look very good, and you disagreed with me a little bit, but I think their best piece right now is probably Blue looking at to me, because he's been very good on the main tank so far. He's looked very flexible. His Reinhardt and Winston and Ball, honestly, were all quite serviceable. So if we see him move over to the Reinhardt again on Eichenwald, there's definitely potential for him to do a lot of crazy things, even though on the other side, the Reinhardt is very, very scary.
We're going to need to see some stepping up here from Nemesis for sure. I'd like to see a little bit more out of OptiBot, and I'd like to see a little bit more out of that support line here from Nemesis. They're going to have to step up Revolutionist and Cleary, I think, to really will Nemesis back into this matchup. Again, they're going to need to pull off a reverse sweep. It is a 1-3 scenario here, Ty, so this is coming down to the wire, and very much in control right now are the Galactic Penguins. The winner of this match, for the record, again, they go to the championship bracket next week. They will have a matchup, a 1-4 matchup, and that will be against the loser of either Luminous Foxes or Doodles. So it doesn't get any easier for whoever wins this. Really, there's no easy matches left in this tournament. It's complete chaos, and there's going to be a lot of clutch plays, a lot of insanity, and it's going to be something else to see. No matter who wins this, it doesn't get easy.
And one thing I haven't mentioned yet during this entire cast is all of our first seeds for Harmony immediately went to the lower bracket. Not immediately, but very, very quickly. No, yeah, immediately. Their first game went to the lower bracket. Koala Kings and Big Bang Buccaneers. And reminder, the current team who is down 0-2, not destroyed, but beat Big Bang Buccaneers at a map 5. So if they are going to pull out something secret, this is the time. You're on stream, but whatever you did to destroy the Big Bang Buccaneers, God, I cannot handle saying that. You need to pull it out right now.
They need to find something to get back into this here. Here we are again now setting up for map 3. That is Eichenwald. Galactic Penguins on the Ball Diva composition here with Widowmane on the trademark Widowmaker. With Chobi on the Echo. Looking at Nemesis, they come out with the Rhine Diva composition. They are brawling here on point A, and it looks like they are setting up for an early flames or an early fire strike. Widowmane looking for the hook shot. The question is will they get the hook shot?
I mean, if anybody's going to do it in this tier, it's going to be Widowmane, but I mean, that Cassidy no longer has his hat after that one.
Nope. The Cassidy is very, very much wet in their britches, if you will. But Widowmane now back on the Tracer. Ball Tracer is the composition of choice here for the Galactic Penguins. One of the few teams to really run it in this tier and run it as well as they do as well. Very strong composition when ran well. Very difficult composition to run well, though, as Jonesy unfortunately being found by the May. May says, "Nice to meet you," and there goes Jonesy, dropped early, and Galactic Penguins will have to reset.
I mean, Jonesy struck the fear of God into Blue a second ago, forcing him to back up by going into that high ground. Putting them behind this tower is a very scary position for a Reinhardt comp to be. You don't have any space to play around, and look at this. With Blue sometimes just wanting to go out alone, that can leave his backline very exposed if Galactic Penguins so choose.
Galactic Penguins right now trying to set up the angles here. Chobi already up to the copy, puts it out onto Blue here. The Reinhardt duel is on. Chobi with the ability to get that Earthshatter up quickly, but Ember Chad is going to take down Widowmane after they find B well, so the trades right now are coming out, but here comes Chobi on the crazy charge in, but cannot get an Earthshatter off before the copy fades, but Jonesy is taken down here by OptiBots. The trades are continuing. These will slowly start to favor the offense here, but here comes Nemesis now, finding a couple more. Chobi eats a flashbang. Ember Chad finds a second in this fight as B-Well finishes off Onyx, and that is going to send GP back. 2 minutes and 10 seconds now on the clock, Ty.
You've got a few good ultimates on both sides. Galactic Penguins are feeling all right with a Pulse Bomb, Nano, and a Bomb about to be available, but Oh, you're about to make a comp swap.
Compositional swap now in, it looks like, from Galactic Penguins. We see
that's
the
the only
May
reason
in
to
play,
call it
the
Bolt.
Cassidy in play. Are we going to see the Galactic Penguins go to Brawl? They will mirror the Brawl here. They do have a couple ultimates, though. They're going to hold on to the Nano Boost. They're going to hold on to the Self-Destruct here from Sticko. Obviously, that would still be the same hero, but you know what? Semantics. The walls are very interesting here. The Rhines stun each other out. Blue taking very low. Sound barrier now in from Cleary, but an Earth Shatter, and it's a huge one from Blue, and it puts the entirety of Galactic Penguins on their backs. Blue coming up huge with a crazy kill.
An Earthquake to send the Penguins on an Earth-shaken boots. That's just such a good play from Jonesy. Getting walled, forcing the over-aggression, or not from Jonesy, but from Blue, forcing the over-aggression onto Blue, and, well, be well. What on earth?
Be well finds a Widowmaiden there, showing who the real sniper is, it looks like. With 1 minute on the clock, Galactic Penguins will need to rally up here on Eichenwald. Nemesis very much in control. Ultimates in play now for both teams, though. Still the same ultimates for Galactic Penguins. Still have not used that Self-Destruct and Nano Boost this entire map, which typically is not a good thing when that happens, but here we go now for Galactic Penguins trying to rally this one back. Nemesis on a Self-Destruct of their own. Pop the Amplification Matrix and Ember Chad as well with the Deadeye, zoning out Galactic Penguins briefly. Self-Destruct in from Optibot, not finding any connections there. Here comes Sticko's Self-Destruct, does find Blue. No Reinhardt now in play, and all of a sudden, just a red wave in the kill feed, and that means Galactic Penguins will finally get the cap going into overtime here, just about on point A on Eichenwald.
Actually about to say that I think Galactic Penguins should have switched Onyx onto the Baptiste immediately, give up the Nano Boost, just commit onto the Immortality Field and greater AoE healing, but the Nano Boost finds good value, keeps Widowmaiden alive on an interesting flank that gets him a lot of value. Galactic Penguins do end up tapping first with it as well, as is obvious based on, you know, you are not blind. And this Blizzard needs to find value from Be Well, because this is a nasty, nasty part of the map to get stuck on.
A very nasty part to get stuck on here. Here comes Be Well using. No! It got canceled by the stun. Oh, yes. That's a crazy play from Widowmaiden there, and I take care of that Blizzard. No Blizzard now in hand for Be Well, and Galactic Penguins will push through and continue to keep the threat pressure on.
It's the middle of May, Be Well. We don't need any snow tonight. The Blizzard shut down with a flashbang. That's not something you see every day. And what's this? A little bit of a roll switcheroo from Be Well and Ember Chad. Ember Chad not so confident on the cast.
No, switching over to the May. Here comes Blue now out of spawn with the Blizzard now from Chobi. Blue taken very low, kept alive by the Immortality Field, but only for so long. And all of a sudden, Galactic Penguins again on death's door on this map will begin to just sweep through, and they completely swept through point B here as they move into the castle of Eichenwald. Ty, what a changeover from how this map was looking.
This is not the same team that started this map. It's not the same team that started any map. Galactic Penguins boop off onto Ember Chad.
Oh my goodness, Widowmaiden.
It's like he falls asleep between maps, wakes back up halfway through.
Seriously, where was this for the first 3.5 minutes, guys? Oh my god, Galactic Penguins mirroring the brawl, and my goodness, are they ever just in control of this. Impressive work from the Galactic Penguins, switching over to mirror the brawl, and have since then the cart has just not stopped for a moment. So you see Deadeye now from Widowmaiden not finding any connections. Huge flashbang, but an Earth Shatter, and a huge one from Blue. And the kill feed itself is also Blue, and Nemesis will finally stem the red tide of the Galactic Penguins. My goodness, Blue, you called it out earlier. Blue has been very, very strong, and definitely showed a little bit of a main tank difference there.
No, doesn't have the beat.
Oh, look at the stagger. Oh, no, Sticko. Oh, you hate to see.
They could have kept that going a little longer, you know, just don't walk into the remech forehead, but Juno lost the beat in the shatter. Didn't even get it
off
last fight.
Dude.
So that key defensive piece to stop things like this High Noon, the next Earth Shatter that'll be coming up, because you know Blue's going to be getting another Earth Shatter before gets the Sound Barrier, maybe even 2. So if Blue can put up that performance, get 2 Earth Shatters before a single beat comes online, I mean, there we go.
There we go. Huge play from Widowmain, taking out B. Well, Revolutionist also down as well. Self-destruct now in from Optibot, does take down Jonesy and the remech onto Chobi. Optibot popping off here right now when Nemesis needs it most, trying to stabilize out on this point, and it looks like they will with only the Baptiste left, and that sends Onyx back. And Nemesis will continue to hold strong. 30 seconds left, trying to find a way to hold on to this last few feet of Eichenwald.
The heels have been dug in, Yeti. Nemesis, they're looking good, looking strong. Pin bomb, killed Jonesy. Once you take out the enemy main tank at the end of a map like this, you are in such a good position to win that fight. And here we go. Blue already with the Earth Shatter. Any moment they pop it.
Be well says goodbye to Oh my gosh, goodbye Galactic Penguins, the deep kill horn, and Nemesis finds the way to hold on. What a roller coaster map, Ty.
Yeah, we got some rotisserie in the bank after that one. Nemesis just cooked the Penguins alive by the end. Had a great start, great finish. The middle was a little rough, but once you manage to fix that, I mean, I say once you manage to fix that, not a lot of holds happen on second point Eichenwald is, so I can give a little bit of forgiveness for that fact.
Exactly. Nemesis will have an opportunity here to basically full pull and take the map here. That is what they're going to need to do to find a way back into this and begin that reverse sweep process. Galactic Penguins just need to hold on and, like you said, dig their heels in a little bit here and finish off Nemesis, try to go for that sweep. But Nemesis is not going to back down here. They're going to continue to run the brawl, and they're bringing it out with a little bit of flavor, and that flavor is Junkrat and Hanzo. A very a-traditional composition to come out here with here, Ty.
I mean, you say a-traditional, but we got a little bit of Sriracha with the Torbjorn. That's not something you see every day. I mean, Maywall is so impactful. You're sacrificing that for the sake of a turret. You have to be trying to predict a counter comp, but Nemesis, they're playing the perfect thing to counter said counter.
Exactly. Nemesis is playing the right thing to try to counter out this Orisa Diva composition. Chobi setting up that turret there. It's going to be an interesting spot here with Nemesis coming out with this kind of, I don't want to call it a brawl composition. We'll call it a Reinhardt composition, because it's not fair to call this a brawl. But it looks like Blue is going to play it like a brawl as he W keys his way right into Galactic Penguins here. And Blue forcing their way all the way to the back of point. The aggression from Blue is hard to contain right now, but it's well kited out here by Galactic Penguins, who are giving up a couple of ticks here as Widowmain gets onto the flank, takes down Ember Chad. And so we see the kills being traded out right now by both teams. Blue swinging the Rocket Hammer through, trying to connect with some kills here. Charges in, gets stunned out. Perhaps a reckless charge there, well countered as Sticko finds a couple, and that is going to spell the end here on this first fight. Galactic Penguins will hold on. 2 ticks, though, have been taken by Nemesis.
Widowmain's enough of the Cowboy. Switches over to the Hanzo right here. That flashbang wasn't going to be finding much value anyways, and the ability to lunge and wall climb will be so good for the flanks this guy loves to do. So, very interesting to see if Nemesis is going to be able to counter the counter. Counter
the counter, like you said. Nemesis pushing in here. B-Well takes down that turret early on here as Ember Chad. Oh, Blue.
Oh, my.
Blue, another one from Blue. That's 3 kills now from Blue with the Flame Strike. Sticko dancing away on the point, but that's not going to get you very far here, unfortunately. And that is the end of that one. Nemesis with the cap of point A. They got 5 minutes to storm the castle, Ty.
Everything is Blue. His name, his frags, his stream. It's looking like a dream right now, my friend. And honestly, that's exactly what you need. Even though this isn't a rush brawl comp, it's still a brawl comp in a way.
Blue going on the flank, though? Blue on the flank? Blue with the Dark Shatter! Takes Yuno out and the charge in, but he's going to pay the price as Chobi was going to counter out with the great... Oh my goodness, that's 4 with that... What? With the Molten Core, that's 4 kills with the Molten Core tie. I don't know if I've ever seen that many kills with a single Molten Core, if I'm being perfectly honest with you.
The floor is lava, and you don't want to be in a tight space when you can only have a limited amount of space covered by the lava. So, in that tiny room, having Nemesis on this brawl comp, yeah, Molten Core is going to get a lot of value. Just
You know,
like,
I will say, Ty, that was a really fun flank, really cool Earth Shatter, but my God, the counter push there from Galactic Penguins to not give up after losing half their team to an Earth Shatter was crazy. Good clutch play by Chobi on the Torbjorn here. We see a flanked out. Oh, that's a huge Dragon Strike. Going to split up Nemesis with the Immortality Field, all will have to be used. We see Revolutionist also down, losing their one of their main sources of healing as well. Blue, though, finds Widowmane. Widowmane gets caught out by the Reinhardt. Not a terribly common thing to see, but it did happen nonetheless, as Blue is going to get stabilized out here, and they will get some card progression. So despite a really good fight initiation, it looks like Galactic Penguins are going to lose this next fight.
just a little bit, the Dragon Strike to
here we go
Pincer.
again.
Yeah, it's a great Dragon Strike to Pincer, but
Oh,
Blue
wow.
falls early.
That's a big kill early on, losing Blue. The kill feed is right now all Galactic Penguins. Blood Optibot!
Unreal.
Oh my God! Optibot with the Opti Bomb in an optimal place, and that is crazy for Nemesis. They clutch that one with a huge play by Optibot, and that is gonna move the cart very close to the castle doors, and they're gonna hear him knock it pretty quick. It becomes a self-destruct of their own from Sticko, perhaps? No, not quite yet. They hold on to it as Yuno will put Revolutionist down. On the flank is Be Well, who takes down 2, and the charge from Blue again. Blue, just the ultra-aggressive Reinhardt, has been off the charts. Great tonight, but Be Well with the 4K and the team kill. 3 minutes and 50 seconds into Eichenwald Castle is Nemesis. They are so close to starting off that reverse sweep right now, Ty.
Themselves a little dry though, Yeti. No Shatter, no Beat, no Noon. You do have the 2 more coming up quick though, so despite the fact that you did just kind of use a lot, enemy team doesn't have much either.
And the team doesn't have anything to counter that, and you can't argue with the results. They got the Dragon Strike on a Chobi, and Nemesis is going to be able to continue to apply pressure all the way to the spawn door. The Reinhardts charge into each other, stun each other out. Jonesy, taken very low, is going to get stabilized here, however, by Onyx, who has the Amplification Matrix. They will be using it almost immediately, you have to imagine, as the cart approaches the golden box of victory. Ember Chad takes down Jonesy. No main tank now for the Galactic Penguins. That's very close to that Earth Shatter as well. And Ember Chad finds 2 before they are taken out here by Sticko. The kill feed is Blue now for Nemesis. The bomb is in from Optibot. Will take down Onyx. Kill feed right now is looking to be in the favor of Nemesis, but the Dragon Strike on the point is going to send Nemesis staggering around, and here comes Jonesy right now, swinging the Rocket Hammer through, and that means Nemesis will fall. Tie a crazy roller coaster fight, but Galactic Penguins find a way again to clutch it out.
These players are sitting in a pool of their own sweat at this point.
Crazy!
This has been a nail biter. There's still 2.5 minutes though. There's no reason to sweat yet if you're Nemesis, because you have time to pull some of these resources out. Reset your mental for a second. Galactic Penguins had 30 seconds to push onto this last point. You have 2 minutes and 30 seconds. You have the time to think. Great block.
Great play here. Here comes Blue looking for the Earth Shatter opportunity. And, oh, a huge block, actually. I did not expect that run right there for sure. We see Yuno coming up with the big kill, though, onto Be Well. Jonesy right now is trying to get stabilized out here. Will get stabilized as Nemesis does head back. They're going to kite this back out, get reset here, try to get 2 more good solid fights. You got to figure.
Yeah, at least, I mean,
whoa!
Dragon Strike invested from Ember Chad?
Unexpected Dragon Strike, and with Optibot down, they're not going to be able to follow up on that. So Dragon Strike from Ember Chad, questionable at best, I think, here, unfortunately. Losing that ultimate is big.
Yeah, the great part of having 2.5 minutes to win this is that you don't have to make decisions like that to make the panic Dragon Strikes. And now Widowmane has free reign to do whatever they want with theirs. Doesn't have to be to counteract the enemy dragons, and the sound barrier does not need to be invested quite yet.
Feed, the ultimate feed is right now all for Galactic Penguins as Widowmane takes down Be Well. Blue trying to build up another Earth Shatter here. They are very close to one, but they will get taken down here. Optibot does take down does take down Jonesy. The kill feed right now looks to be going to Galactic Penguins, and Galactic Penguins will send Nemesis back. So despite that lengthy looking time bank, Galactic Penguins has been making the plays when they needed to, and it will mean Nemesis is at one fight territory now, Ty.
The timer's ticking away at this point. 37 seconds remain for Nemesis to make a play happen, but the combo they've been relying on, the thing that has been putting them on their backs, is the bomb pin combo that they've been great at so far. Optibot with the self-destruct, he's been so good at with it before, and it's all from Blue's pins.
Oh, what an Earth Shatter! Jonesy with the Earth Shatter from the flank is gonna send Nemesis packing back to back home and send Galactic Penguins on to the championship bracket. And when it comes down to it, Jonesy is the main tank who comes out on top, and that means the end for Nemesis and Galactic Penguins onto the championship bracket.
That is a heartbreaking ending to that series if you're Nemesis. The last moments, the waning moments, is the one where Jonesy makes the critical play to come around that corner, just hiding out. This is not the moment.
We get to see it. What a play! My God.
Incredible decision making there from Galactic Penguins. I want you all to remember, this is not a 3-0. This is a 3-0 by technicality. Both these teams put their blood, sweat, and tears into it, and Nemesis put up a much better fight than I think anybody could have anticipated from a 7th seed, even though they didn't win a single map.
Nemesis did a fantastic job, really all season. Fantastic run through the lower bracket, really fantastic team. Nemesis obviously did themselves very proud this season, but Galactic Penguins, they will have the opportunity to move to the championship bracket, move into the first to fours next week against the loser again of Luminous Foxes versus Doodles, which you will see on Thursday, by the way. Ty, MVP of the match, who do you got?
So hard. I think we're both thinking of the same two players between Widowmane and Chobi. There's no questions asked. It has to be one of those two for their performance tonight, but Widowmane had Eichenwald wasn't the best from him. He did have some waning moments where he was a little bit shaky, so I'm going with Chobi. He never let up. Even though he wasn't in the kill feed as much as Widowmane, his performance on the Mei, on the Torbjorn were incredible. That helped the team stay alive. Turret placement as well has been great from that guy. I don't think we mentioned that once, but Chobi, first map carry, next two maps, he looked great each time.
Absolutely. And what I think for me, if you're looking at this one, it's a tale of three maps. Map 1, it's all Chobi. Map 2, all Widowmane. Map 3, I gotta say, when it comes down to it, you need the clutch play. Jonesy made the clutch play. I think that makes them the most valuable. What an impressive night from Galactic Penguins, and again, a fantastic season for Nemesis. No question about it. This kicks off a great week here in Tranquility. We have an awesome amount of features and programming to show you this week. Tomorrow, we have the EU feature match, EU Scrimbucks taking on Thunderbolt Rewind. And we also have the NA feature match later on at 8:30 Eastern Time. That is between Billings Boomers and Uzumaki. Both of those matches, lower bracket matches. Winner goes to championship bracket, loser goes home. And then on Thursday, we bring you the upper bracket match that is between Luminous Foxes and Doodles, and that one, both teams already advanced to the championship bracket, playing for buys in the next round, playing for seeding. So that should be a fantastic one on Thursday. And we also bring you our final beat drop of the season on Thursday. In addition to that, on Sunday, be sure to tune in for our first League of Legends broadcast here in Tranquility Gaming, as we bring you the Tranquility Clash on Sunday as well. And of course, Monday, tune in, Iris Podcast, as always. Thanks very much for tuning in tonight, guys, for the fantastic production here. Kizzo as well as Gap, both of them, some of their first times doing this for Tranquility. Gap's first time doing this for Tranquility. Fantastic job, I say. Fantastic job, both of you guys. Great job. Really well done. Obviously, fantastic work from Ty as always. And me, hey, I'm here too, guys. And I like me. I like me. But thanks so much for tuning in. For everybody here in Tranquility Gaming, we will see you tomorrow.